today we are going to start one property of a quadratic roots involving the derivatives. Derivatives is not new to you. Derivative you have already done in class +1 in physics also and in +2 also. So the property involving say derivative is, the property is property if f if f be continuous function, if f is continuous polynomial, if f be a continuous polynomial such that fx is equal to 0, has n real roots, then f dash x is equal to 0 will have n minus 1 real roots. F dash x is equal to 0 will have n minus 1 real roots, comma, then we'll say f double dash x, f double dash is equal to 0 will have n minus 2 real roots, and so on. So on means if we go for third derivative, we'll say it is third derivative. It is third derivative is equal to 0, it will have n minus 3 real roots. See, this property is going to be used in quadratic equation. Otherwise, it is applicable in polynomials. Polynomials means if we have been given one polynomial in which we have to find out the number of real roots. So number of real roots we have to calculate it. See, we can't say about fx how many roots it is having it, but on differentiating it we can check it out. If it has n minus 1 real roots, it means fx has n real roots. And similarly on checking second derivative, we can say it has n minus 2 real roots. Now one problem of our booklet is, the problem is the equation x minus a the whole cube, x minus b the whole cube plus x minus c the whole cube is equal to 0 has a option we have been given all roots real, b option is one real and two imaginary, c option is three real roots, namely x is equal to a, x is equal to b, x is equal to c, and d option is none of these. See, looking upon the four options, for how we'll start it, we'll check it out if this satisfies it. So first of all, directly substituting the values, x is equal to a, x is equal to a, then it becomes a minus a the whole cube, a minus b the whole cube, a minus c the whole cube, which is not equal to 0. Similarly, x is equal to a, x is equal to b, and x is equal to c. They are not the roots. So we'll say this option is wrong one. Now we are going to apply the properties using derivative like say. So to open an cubic and solving it, it is always little problem for us, especially their number of constants are 3. So we'll suppose it, what we'll suppose fx being a, x minus a the cube, x minus b the cube, x minus c the cube. Now we'll find out the derivative. It is 3 into x minus a the whole square. Now x minus a का दोबारा differentiate करेंगे तो we'll get it plus 1 into 1. 3 x minus b the whole square, x का दोबारा derivative करेंगे we'll get it 1 plus 3 x minus c the whole square into 1. Now it is, so we are applying, so let f dash x is equal to 0. let f dash x is equal to 0, 3 into x minus a the whole square plus it comes out to be x minus b the whole square, x minus c the whole square is equal to 0. But this can't be equal to 0. But this can't be equal to 0. Equal to 0 because this is sum of squares of three quantities and will be equal if a is equal to b is equal to c. That's not possible. So this can't be equal to 0 as this is as f dash x is sum of squares of three quantities. Sum of squares of three quantities. So it means, yeah, the conclusion we drawn from here, f dash x is equal to 0 has no real root. What does it mean? Has no real root. By using the property, we can say fx is equal to 0 has one real root. Has one real root, and if it has one real root, we can say it has two imaginary roots. Two imaginary roots. So the right answer is one real and two imaginary root. Once again, a new property which is not generally done at school level is we take this function as a derivative. To find out the number of real roots and imaginary roots, we differentiate it. Differentiate and putting it is equal to 0. Say if f dash x is equal to 0, when we find out f dash x can't be equal to 0 and is not there is no root satisfying f dash x. It means if it does not have any root, it means fx has one real root and two imaginary roots. Another problem, especially showing this the use of this property. Another problem is the equation 3 minus x to the power 4 plus 2 minus x to the power 4 into 5 minus 2x to the power 4 has, first option is it is only real roots, only real roots. B option is only two real roots. C option is two real and two non-real, and D option is none of these. Now similar say four options have been given out. So I am going to start in the same manner that I suppose it. What it is? See fx. This is 3 minus x to the power 4 plus 2 minus x to the power 4 minus 5 minus 2x to the power 4. I brought this term over here. Now again the differentiating. Differentiating, we get it f dash x is equal to, say before differentiating I'll do one thing. This is a having whole power 4. So I'll prefer it I can write down it is x minus 3 to the power 4, or I can write down x minus 2 to the power 4 minus 2x minus 5 to the power 4. As it has even power, so no impact will come. Now we find out the derivative. It is 4x minus 3 the cube plus 4x minus 2 the cube. The differentiation of x again will be 1, here also 1, minus it is 2x minus 5 the cube into 2. Now see, we have to simplify it. So the best thing we look upon over here is it is, see I am taking it is 4, it is x minus 3 the cube, x minus 2 the cube, it comes out to be minus 4 into 2 into 2x minus 5 the whole cube. That means I'll just take it 4 common whole bracket. Now I am applying a cube plus b cube. It is a plus b x minus 3 plus x minus 2. It is a plus b into a square x minus 3 the whole square, x minus 2 the whole square, minus x minus 3, x minus 2. Now 4 I have taken it whole common. So I just do write down minus 2 into, it is 2x minus 5 the whole cube. Now the next step I'll got it over here, it is 4. It is x plus x, 2x minus 5. 2x minus 5, solving this thing, it is x square plus x square, we got it 2x square. Then 9 plus 4, we got it 13, minus 10x minus x square, and it is plus 5x, and it comes out to be minus 6 minus. Now this I'll just put it bracket close, minus 2 into 2x minus 5 the whole cube. Now I'm coming over here. See, say I'm going to rub this initial parts over here. Now I'm going to use over here. See, it comes out to be 4 over here, 4 common, and I can write down 2x minus 5. It is also common. I am left inside what? It is 2x square minus x square, it is x square, minus 10x minus 5x minus 5x, 13 minus 6, it comes out to be 7, minus 2 into 4x square plus 25 minus 20x. Now it comes out to be 4, 2x minus 5, it comes out to be x square minus 5x plus 7 minus 8x square minus 50 plus 40x. I'll get it for 2x minus 5 into minus 7x square, and I'll get it what, 35x, and it comes out to be, say, minus 50 minus 7, I'll get modern minus 43. And we find out here, say this is the thing. From here we can say it has one real root. It has one real root, and equal to x is equal to 5 by 2. That real root is 5 by 2. So what does it mean? It has one real root and it has one real root. So we can conclude from here, f dash x has one real root. It means fx has what? Fx has two real roots. Fx has two real roots and two imaginary roots. And the right option is C part. Again, I'll just repeat it, same property. See, I have been given this function, I brought this term over here left hand side, and I just take it. Function as it is 3 minus xz4 plus 2 minus xz power 4 minus 5 minus 2 xz power 4. I simplify the things, x minus 3 the 4, x minus 2 the 4, I make it 2x minus 5 the power 4. Then I differentiating it. Differentiating it, I just reach it over here. See, it is 4 into this thing minus 4 into 2 into this thing. Now a cube plus b cube, a plus b, a square plus b square minus ab minus 2 into 2x minus 5d cube. Now it becomes 2x minus 5 over here, and here also 2x minus 5. I have taken 2x minus 5 common from here. I get it this equation. And this equation I find out there is no real root of this quadratic. So the only real root possible of f dash x is 5 by 2. If f dash x has one real root, it means fx has two real roots. यहाँ पर यदि fx आ जाता है, हमारा f dash x आ जाता है दो real roots होते हैं f dash x के, तो हमारा आंसर होता fx has 3 real roots and 1 imaginary root. So this is very important property involving derivatives. Next property involving the roots of a quadratic equation, and that is we generally name it is difference of the roots. So first of all, try to understand the property and then we'll do the problems based on it. Whenever, see, it is whenever, see, this property is quite important Sometimes I keep on repeating once again and again this property because it question based on this property has come several times. Whenever difference of roots, whenever difference of roots of quadratic equation, whenever difference of roots of quadratic equation is given, is used, I'll say use word term, is used, we apply alpha minus beta the whole square is equal to alpha plus beta the whole square minus 4 alpha beta. So, where alpha and beta are taken to be the roots of quadratic equation. The first problem based on this is, I am writing down over here, it is if difference of roots of x square plus px plus q is equal to 0 be unity. We have been given difference of roots be unity. Unity means 1. Then p square plus 4q square is equal to 4 option has been given out 1 plus 2q square. B option is 1 plus 2q the whole square. C option it is 1 minus 2q the whole square. And the D option is 1 minus 2q square. Now we find out say sum of roots. Sum of roots, that is alpha plus beta. I suppose it alpha and beta are the roots. Alpha plus beta is minus p. Then product of roots. Product of roots, this is equal to alpha beta, that is equal to q. So product of roots is equal to q. Now it comes out to, I am applying the difference of roots over here. Say here I can say alpha minus beta is 1. Unity means 1 over here. And we know alpha plus beta the whole square minus alpha minus beta the whole square. This is equal to 4 alpha beta. That means minus p the whole square minus 1 the whole square is equal to 4q. I got it, p square minus 1 is equal to 4q. But what I wanted, we have been given, we have to calculate the value of p square plus 4q square. What I'll do it, p square is equal to 4q plus 1. यहाँ हमें लेफ्ट हैंड साइड पे 4q स्क्वायर लेके आना है. सो एडिंग 4q स्क्वायर ऑन बोथ साइड्स. Adding 4q square, it is p square plus 4q square is equal to 4q square plus 4q plus 1. It is 2q plus 1 the whole square. So the right option we got it is option number B. So this is the first example based on difference of roots. Another example. If difference of roots of equations x square plus 2px plus q is equal to 0 and x square plus 2qx plus p is equal to 0 plus p is equal to 0 be equal. If difference of the roots be equal, then and we have been given p not equal to q, then A option is p plus q is equal to minus 1. B option is p plus q is equal to 1. C option is p minus q is equal to minus 1. And D option is p minus q is equal to 1. Same way, we suppose, we'll start supposing alpha beta is alpha beta are the roots of one equation and gamma delta are roots of another equation, or we can say let alpha 1 beta 1 are roots of first equation. are roots of first of equation. First equation matlab x square plus 2px plus q is equal to 0. Then let alpha 2 comma beta 2 are the roots of, it comes out to be x square plus 2qx plus p is equal to 0. Then from here we get sum of roots as minus 2p. Product of roots is q. Here we get it alpha 2 plus beta 2 is minus 2q. Here alpha 2 beta 2 is p. Now same, we have been given difference of roots. Difference of roots be equal. What does it means? I have been given alpha 1 minus beta 1 is equal to alpha 2 minus beta 2. That means on squaring alpha 1 minus beta 1 the whole square, alpha 2 minus beta 2 the whole square. We get it what? Now applying same relation, I have written it over there. It is alpha 1 plus beta 1 the whole square minus 4 alpha 1 beta 1, alpha 2 plus beta 2 the whole square minus 4 alpha 2 beta 2, and it comes out to be over here. It is alpha 1 plus beta 1 square means it is minus 2p the whole square minus 4 alpha beta 1 minus 4q is equal to, I reaches over here, it is 4q square minus 4p. So it is 4p square minus 4q, 4q square minus 4p. Now 4p square minus q square in the bracket plus it comes out to be 4p minus q is equal to 0. Then we can find out, taking out p minus q and 4 common, we are left with p plus q plus 1 is equal to 0. Since p minus q can't be equal to 0, so p plus q plus 1 is equal to 0. So the right option, p plus q plus 1 means the right option is A part, p plus q minus 1. Now next problem again involving difference of roots. In these questions what we have done it, it is generally given that difference of roots is given, but sometimes a problem is given and you have to think what to do in that very question. Like it is, the problem is if the ratio of roots of equation ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0 is same as ratio of roots of the equation is same as ratio of roots of equation px square plus qx plus r is equal to 0. Px square plus qx plus r is equal to 0 if d1 and d2 are discriminants of ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0 and px square plus qx plus r is equal to 0 respectively, then d1 ratio d2, this is equal to what? The A option we have been given as a square upon p square, B option is b square upon q square, C option is c square upon r square, and the D option is none of these. Now look upon the solution. See, we have been given the ratio of the roots of the equation. That means I suppose same way let alpha 1 comma beta 1 are roots of ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, and it is alpha 2 comma beta 2 are roots of px square plus qx plus r is equal to 0. That means alpha 1 plus beta 1 is minus b upon a. Product of roots, it is c upon a. Here alpha 2 plus beta 2, sum of roots, minus q upon p. It is product of roots, alpha 2 beta 2 is what? R upon p. Then we have been given what? Same way, say, we have been given the ratio of the roots is same as ratio of the roots is same. That means ratio, we have been given the ratio, that means alpha 1 over alpha 1 over beta 1 is equal to alpha 2 upon beta 2. In this question we have been given ratio is same. What does it means? We applying over here what? Say applying componendo and dividendo. We get it what? Alpha 1 plus beta 1 upon alpha 1 minus beta 1. Here alpha 2 plus beta 2 upon alpha 2 minus beta 2. That means what we are going to do it over here. Now I am coming over here. See, I can write down alpha 1 plus beta 1 upon alpha 1 minus beta 1 the whole square. Say it is, say, sorry, I write down at the side, then I can substitute the values. See, I know the relation alpha minus beta the whole square is alpha plus beta the whole square minus 4 alpha beta, or alpha minus beta is square root of alpha plus beta the whole square minus 4 alpha beta, which means I can substitute this relation over here. I'll got it what? Alpha 1 plus beta 1 the whole square minus 4 alpha 1 beta 1. Here I'll got it alpha 2 plus beta 2 upon. Similar relation I'll got it, it is alpha 2 plus beta 2 the whole square minus 4 alpha 2 beta 2. Then it comes out to be next. Now substituting the values. That means alpha 1 plus beta 1 is what? Minus b upon a. Here we will get it what? It is. It comes out to be b square upon a square minus 4 c upon a is equal to. This is equal to minus q upon p upon. It comes out to be q square upon p square minus 4 r upon p. I come over here. Now I can simplify. It is minus, say, I just put a line over here. It is minus b upon a. It comes out to be b square minus 4ac upon a. This a will be cancelled out over here. This is equal to minus q upon p. This will be equal to, it is q square minus 4pr upon p. Here pp will be cancelled out. Now cross multiplying and squaring, and we'll say cross multiplying and on squaring. I got it b square q square minus 4pr is equal to q square b square minus 4ac. I'll get it b square q square minus 4 b square pr is equal to q square b square minus 4 a q square c. That means, see, I just see what we have it, b square q square minus 4 prb q square into b square minus 4ac. See, now we have to find out what? Say we have to find out this d1 over d2. It means there is no logic in differentiating over here. So best thing is I can rewrite once again. It will be q square minus 4pr. It is what? It is d2 of this one, and d1 is b square minus 4ac. It is b square into, this is q square minus 4pr. That means this is, I can say d2. This is q square into d1, and we have to find out d1 over d2, that is b square over q square. It is d1 upon d2. So the right option is B. But you again look upon the solution carefully. The ratio of the roots is same. We have been given the ratio of the roots is same. Ratio of the roots is same. It means we have been given alpha 1 over beta 1 is equal to alpha 2 upon beta 2. Then what we find out sum of the roots, we find out product of the roots over here. Now we applying C and D. We apply C and D matlab componendo and dividendo. We have done in class 9th, and we know that if this will be by component and componendo and dividendo, it becomes alpha 1 plus beta 1 upon alpha 1 minus beta 1, and this is alpha 2 plus beta 2, alpha 2 minus beta 2. Whenever difference of roots will be given, we will apply this property. So applying alpha minus beta as this one value over here. Similarly for alpha 2 beta 2, I apply over here. I got it minus b over a minus b square minus 4ac this way, and I'll got this one. On squaring, I find out this relation. So I had to find out what d1 over d2, discriminant of this one upon discriminant of d2, that is equal to b square upon q square. So difference of roots. One more simple problem. The problem says like it will be if roots of x square minus lx plus m is equal to 0 differ by unity, then the relation has been given out. It is L square is equal to minus 4m plus 1. B option is given as L square is equal to 4m plus 1. C option, it is L square is equal to 4m minus 1. And the D option we have been given L square is equal to minus 4m minus 1. So here we have been the only, it has changed the wording. It differ, the roots differ by unity. We can do one method. I can take it one root as alpha and another root as I can take it alpha plus 1. Another version I am doing in the same way. It is let alpha beta are the roots. Let alpha beta are the roots. Then sum of roots, alpha plus beta is L. Product of roots, it will be M. Now I am writing down in another manner. I can write down alpha minus beta is 1. See, I can write down alpha is equal to beta plus 1, or I can say alpha minus beta. Now we never know it which is greater. Sometimes we write down alpha minus beta is equal to 1. Now we know I have taken it over modulus. It is, we know alpha minus beta whole square. This is equal to alpha plus beta whole square plus 4 alpha beta. Now applying this, say substituting these values, I'll get it 1 square is equal to, it is L square plus 4m, that is 1 is equal to L square plus 4m, or I can say it is L square is equal to L square. See, again we just check it out. This property is alpha minus beta whole square is equal to alpha plus beta whole square minus 4 alpha beta. The formula is, this is minus 4 alpha beta. So 4m will be of negative over here, and it also will be negative. I can write down L square is equal to 4m plus 1. So option we got it, it is A. So in case they give this one, the roots differ by unity, it has the same meaning, alpha minus beta is equal to 1. Next problems related to different of roots, and it is part of our booklet, is if roots of equation x square plus 2ax plus b is equal to 0 are real and distinct, are real and distinct, are real and distinct, and they differ by, and they differ by at most 2m, and they differ by at most 2m, then B lies in interval. Intervals have been given out. A part is a square m minus m square over a square. It is a square minus m square comma a square. C part, it is a square plus m square, and D part, it is none of this. Since we have already done this problem while doing the property of a roots of a quadratic equation, but now again I am doing it. The reason behind that, here it involves a difference of a roots. Again, the use of a property over here, that is, I suppose it let alpha comma beta are the roots, means alpha plus beta is minus 2a. Product of roots is b. Now we have been given the roots differ by at most 2m. 2m मतलब ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा 2m हो सकता है. What does it means? Alpha minus beta modulus, because beta can be greater than alpha also, is less than equal to 2m. At most 2m means it can be alpha beta minus beta modulus less than equal to 2m. Then it comes out to be on squaring. When we scare it, this modulus becomes simple bracket and it becomes alpha minus beta the whole square, that is less than equal to 4m square. Now we again applying this difference property, that means alpha plus beta the whole square minus 4 alpha beta less than equal to 4m square. Alpha plus beta the whole square minus 2a the whole square minus 4b less than equal to 4m square. I'll got it 4a square minus, it comes out to be b is greater than, it comes out to be, sorry, dividing 4 simultaneously in all, we get it m square. So I'll get it from here what? I get it a square minus m square is greater than m. So b की वैल्यू किससे ग्रेटर होगी? ग्रेटर देन इक्वल टू a square minus m square. Now another thing we have been given out, roots are real and distinct. Roots real and distinct clearly means d will be what? It is greater than 0. D greater than 0 means 4a square minus 4b is greater than 0. It is a square minus b greater than 0. A square is greater than b. Combining these two, this is 1, this is 2. On combining, the value of a square will be, I want it, say b. The value of b will be, say, less than a square. It is less than a square and it will be greater than a square minus m square. That means b belongs to a square minus m square close bracket, and it will come out to be a square over here. A square will come in the open bracket. So right option we got it, it is B. The next problem is previous year IIT. No doubt in this question has come in IIT, I think quite a 7-8 years before, but still this is one of the good problem. We can discuss it. The problem is if roots of ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0 are alpha comma beta, if roots are alpha comma beta and roots of equation ax square written in capital letters bx plus c is equal to 0 are alpha minus k comma beta minus k, then we have to calculate the value b square minus 4ac upon b square minus 4ac is a option is 0, b option is 1, c option is a upon a the whole square, and the d option is a upon a the whole square. Now we start doing it. See the solution of this question. It is, see, alpha plus beta. Same way we take sum of roots. Alpha plus beta is minus b over a. We take product of roots as c over a. Then I take it another equation whose roots are alpha minus k, beta minus k. Alpha minus k plus beta minus k. This is equal to minus b upon a. This is beta. This is alpha minus k into beta minus k. This is equal to c upon a. Now this thing we got it. Since no condition has been given out, if we try any else method, we won't be able to reach the conclusions. So we have to apply the 2D point method. 2D point method is, that is, again, now we have to say how to proceed with. एक मेथड होता है यहाँ से k की वैल्यू निकाल के इसमें पुट करो. यदि यहाँ से k की वैल्यू निकाल के इसमें पुट करेंगे, आइदर तो इट विल बी ए बिग प्रॉब्लम फॉर यू, हो भी जाएगा तो इट विल टेक लॉट ऑफ टाइम. So the best way, you have to think over it and you have to learn the way out how to do is. So you should see it, आपके माइंड में एकदम स्ट्राइक में करना चाहिए. दैट इज व्हाट, कि यहाँ पे व्हाट इज द कॉमन इन दीज टू रिलेशंस. क्या दोनों में कॉमन है? द कॉमन थिंग इज दोनों में डिफरेंस ऑफ रूट्स इक्वल है. व्हाट डज इट मीन? व्हाट डज इट मीन्स? इट मीन्स यहाँ पर यदि हम करते हैं अल्फा माइनस बीटा, यहाँ पे एक रूट माइनस अनदर रूट, एंड ऑन सॉल्विंग वी फाइंड आउट द डिफरेंस ऑफ रूट्स इज इक्वल. अभी तक जो भी क्वेश्चन हमने किए, वन वे दी और द अदर वे, दे हैव क्लियरली मेंशन आउट दैट डिफरेंस ऑफ रूट्स इज दिस थिंग. But in this question, which has come in previous year examination also, nothing has been mentioned out that difference is equal. You have to judge it. Now, if you know, if you reach it over here, then I think question really becomes simple. On squaring, alpha minus beta whole square. It is alpha minus k the whole square. This is alpha minus k the whole square, sorry. It is minus beta minus k the whole square. Now applying the same property, alpha plus beta the whole square, minus 4 alpha plus beta, 4 alpha beta. Here alpha plus k plus beta plus k the whole square, minus 4 alpha plus k into beta plus k. Now apply, say substituting these values, we have solved it over here. यहाँ पे क्या करेंगे? अल्फा प्लस बीटा की ये वैल्यू पुट करेंगे, माइनस बी अपॉन ए द होल स्क्वायर, माइनस 4c अपॉन ए. Here we substitute this value over here. We got it what? It is b square minus b upon a the whole square minus 4c upon a. Here this c is capital 1. Now this is equal to b square minus 4ac upon a square. It is b square minus 4ac upon a square. I have solved it and simultaneously I have taken LCM. Now it comes out to be, we have to calculate what? We have to calculate the value of this relation. B square minus 4ac upon b square minus 4ac. So what I'll do it? I'll bring a, this term over here. A square over a square is b square minus 4ac upon b square minus 4ac. This is answer. The right option will get it C. Again, this is one of the good question. You again carry forward. See, have we reached it over here? यहाँ पर पहुंच के जिस चीज का ध्यान रखना है, it should strike your mind that what is the common in these two relation? The common thing is the difference between the difference between the roots of given equation is same. So I write down this thing on squaring. On squaring, apply the property of a different roots. Then substituting the values, I will reach to our result. This is, I think, a good number of questions we have done it involving this difference of roots. Now we are also using the other properties of your quadratic equation, and in which difference of roots will be somehow keep on using it. The next problem is the problem of our booklet is if B1 if B1 B2 is equal to 2 C1 plus C2, then at least one of equations x square plus B1x plus C1 is equal to 0 and x square plus B2x plus C2 is equal to 0 has A part real roots, B part purely imaginary roots. C option we have been given out, it comes out to be greater than 1. D option is none of these. These four options has been given out. Now we have to see it, how to do it, in which a different thing has been given out. It is at least one of these equation has a real roots. We have to tell that at least one of the equation has either real root or purely imaginary roots or greater than 1 or none of these. So what will do it? As say I am taking one by one, say two equations. It is x square plus b1x plus c1 is equal to 0. Discriminant, let discriminant I suppose it by d1. It is b1 square minus 4c1. Now I take it another equation x square b2x plus c2 is equal to 0. It comes out to be discriminant. It is b2 square minus 4c2. Now what I am going to suppose it? See, my method is I am supposing that let d1, this relation has been given out. So I suppose I just see on adding I got it b1 square plus b2 square and I can get it b1 b2. So let d1 and d2, we suppose it, let above equation both have imaginary roots. I am supposing it both roots are imaginary. Now I see it, I am going to get this thing or not. Very simple. So let above both equations have imaginary roots. What does it mean? It means I suppose it means d1 will be less than 0 and here d2 will be less than 0. B square minus 4c1 less than 0. This I give it equation number 1. D2, b2 square minus 4c2 less than 0. I name it as equation number 2. Now on adding 1 and 2, it will be b1 square plus b2 square minus 4c1 minus 4c2, it is less than equal to 0. Now I'll get it what? See, it is b1 b2. It is b1 square plus b2 square minus 4c1 minus 4c2. Next step is it comes out to be b1 square b2 square minus 4 c1 plus c2 less than 0. Now one relation we are having it, that is c1 c2. I can say 2 c1 plus c2 is equal to b1 b2. 2 c1 c2, 2 c1 plus c2 is b1 b2. This is given. Using this relation over here, I am using this relation over here. I got it b1 square plus b2 square minus 4. It will come out to be 2 over here and it will become b1 b2 less than 0. It will be b1 minus b2 the whole square less than 0. I got it what? I got it a square quantity is less than 0, which is not possible. Which is not possible, which is a big contradiction. So what is the result? See, जब हमारे पास दो इक्वेशन गिवन है तो क्या क्या केसेस हो सकते हैं? एक केस हो सकता है केस 1. नाउ वी सी द केयरफुली. पहला केस क्या बन सकता है? या तो दोनों इक्वेशनों के रूट्स रियल है, आइदर बोथ हैव रियल रूट्स. बोथ हैव रियल रूट्स. सेकंड केस क्या बन सकता है? बोथ हैव इमेजिन रूट्स. both have imaginary roots. Both have imaginary roots. Now we have been given both the equations do not have imaginary roots. इसका क्या मीनिंग हुआ? Opposite to this is what? दोनों रूट्स की इक्वेशन इमेजिनरी नहीं है. इसका मतलब क्या हुआ? द कंक्लूजन इज या तो एक इक्वेशन का रूट्स रियल है या बोथ इक्वेशन है. आज दोनों इक्वेशन के रूट्स रियल है. कंक्लूजन इज either one of equations have real roots or both equations have real root. So what does it mean? It means at least one of the equation must have real roots. So A is the right option. I am again explaining it. It is if two equations we have been given out and we have to see at least one of the equations be real or imaginary. So what I am going to do it, I suppose discriminant of both the equations is less than 0. Indirectly I suppose it the roots are imaginary. I just add them. I use this condition. I got b1 minus b2 the whole square less than 0, which is contradicting, which is not possible. So यदि किसी दो इक्वेशन के रूट्स इमेजिनरी नहीं है तो उसका अपोजिट होगा either both equations have one real root or it has both real roots. Now the same property that is of real roots, but now it involving determinant. Determinant is one of the topic in class +2. Involving determinant is again a problem from our booklet. That is, if alpha comma beta are roots of equation ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, then now determinant has been given out. It is 1 cos beta minus alpha. It will be cos alpha, then cos alpha minus beta, 1 cos beta, it will be cos alpha, it is cos beta 1. Now alpha beta are the roots of this equation. Then value of this determinant is, A option has been given out sine alpha plus beta. Now B option is given as sine alpha sine beta, and C option is 1 plus cos alpha plus beta, and D option is none of these. See, when we get this problem, we always try to use the properties of a determinant. But sometimes, if we look upon very carefully, which property has to be applied, sometimes we find out there are 3 ones, so we can directly expand it. So on directly expanding, what we got it, 1 outside, it will be 1 minus cos square beta, then minus cos beta minus alpha, and inside I got it cos alpha minus beta minus cos alpha cos beta, and then it comes out to be cos alpha into cos alpha minus beta into cos beta minus cos alpha. Now the next step it will be, it is the first step, the next step it will be 1 minus cos square beta, it will become sin square beta. Now cos beta minus alpha or cos alpha minus beta is same as cos alpha minus beta. Cos minus theta is equal to cos theta. This is the thing we wanted, we know it. It is cos alpha minus beta. I can write down cos square alpha minus beta minus, it comes out to be. Or we can do one thing. See, here I am getting it minus cos alpha cos beta. So instead of multiplying it, what I'll do it, I'll just first open it and I'll just see what I'll get it over here. It will be cos alpha cos beta. I applied a formula of cos A minus B plus sin alpha sin beta minus cos alpha cos beta. Now applying this thing, I just see this cos alpha cos beta will be cancel out. Now what I'll get it over here? Now multiplying over here plus cos alpha cos beta cos alpha minus beta minus cos square alpha. So now the next step, it is sin square beta minus cos alpha minus beta sin alpha sin beta plus cos alpha cos beta cos alpha minus beta minus cos square alpha. Now it comes out to be sin square beta, it is sin square beta, it is minus, यहाँ से क्या कॉमन ले लेंगे, I'll get common, it is cos alpha minus beta. What I'll get it inside, cos alpha cos beta minus sin alpha sin beta. This will be equal to minus, it is minus cos square alpha. Now it is sin square beta plus cos alpha minus beta. I'll get it what? It is cos alpha plus beta minus cos square alpha. Now cos alpha minus beta cos alpha plus beta. This is also, we know that cos A plus B into cos A minus B. This is equal to cos square B minus sin square A. So I just do write down over here, it is sin square beta plus cos square alpha minus sin square beta minus cos square alpha. Cos square alpha sin square beta sin square beta. See, I find out the term comes out to be independent of alpha and beta. Independent of alpha and beta means 0, and answer comes out to be none of these. See, again look upon the solution of this question. This question involving the roots and determinant. Basically, we should know it how to solve a determinant. Sometimes we just see it is difficult to apply any other property, we would simply expand it. On simply expand it, we just find out, here it comes out to be cos alpha cos beta will be cancelled out, and here I just find out cos alpha minus beta sin alpha sin beta, and here it is cos alpha cos beta cos alpha minus beta. From these two terms, I take common cos alpha minus beta. It becomes cos A plus B, and then cos A plus B cos A minus B. I apply cos square alpha minus sin square beta. Now cos square alpha, sin square beta, sin square 0 means independent of alpha and beta. So D part is the right option. Next problem, simple, say nature of roots. Involving nature of roots is the roots of equation, the roots of equation. It is x minus a, x minus b plus x minus b, x minus c plus x minus a, x minus c is equal to 0 are. First option is a part is real, b it comes out to be real and positive, real and positive, c it comes out to be real and negative, real and negative, d part is none of these. Now see how we started. We have to simplify. We have to simplify multiplying. I got it x square minus a plus bx plus ab. Next x square minus b plus cx plus bc. We got it x square minus a plus cx plus ac is equal to 0. Now 3x square minus 2 times a plus b plus cx plus ab plus bc plus ca. Now we got equations. Now what will do it? We have to see if they are real, imaginary or not. See, to check the reals we have to find out the discriminant. Discriminant b square minus 4ac, a plus b the whole, a plus b plus c the whole square minus 4 3 ab plus bc plus ca. The next thing, taking 4 common, I got it a square plus b square plus c square plus 2ab, 2bc, 2ac. I got it minus 3ab, minus 3bc, minus 3ac. Next thing, it comes out to be 4a square plus b square plus c square minus ab, minus bc, minus ca. This is one important term. See, whenever in quadratics we are doing it, and we may get this term a square plus b square plus c square minus ab minus bc minus ca. We should know it. We'll multiply and divide by 2. यदि यहाँ पे 4 नहीं होता तो मैं क्या करूँगा, अपनी तरफ से 1/2 कीपिंग इट आउटसाइड एंड 2 से क्या कर दूंगा, पूरी टर्म को मल्टीप्लाई कर दूंगा. But यहाँ पे there is already 4 over here, so I'll just keep it 2 outside and multiply by 2. 2a square plus 2b square plus 2c square minus 2ab minus 2bc minus 2ac. Now the next thing it will be, see this is important one, how I split them. I do write down a square, 2a square as a square plus a square, 2b square as b square plus b square and 2c square as c square plus c square. But interchanging, that is a square plus b square minus 2ab. I'll put it in one bracket plus b square plus c square minus 2bc. This will be in one bracket plus a square plus c square minus 2ac in one bracket. Important step is, it is, see just check it out, a square plus a square, I got a 2a square, 2b square means b square plus b square and c square means 2c square, that is c square here, c square here. Now our d becomes what? Our d becomes, d is equal to 2a minus b the whole square plus b minus c the whole square plus c minus a the whole square. Now this becomes our d discriminant. Now again see, in I think a few questions back we find out discriminant is what? Sum of squares of 3 quantity. D is sum of squares of 3 quantity. sum of squares of three quantities, so always positive, so always positive, so always positive. मतलब d यदि पॉजिटिव है, what does it means? It means roots will be real. It means roots are real. Roots real means I'll say we have to check it out if roots are real and positive too. देखो पॉजिटिव रूट्स तभी हम कह सकते हैं व्हेन वी नो दैट दीज कोएफिशिएंट्स a b and c. We don't have any idea about a b and c, so we won't say the roots are either positive or non negative. So we'll say the right option is real. Again understand, first we got this equation, say simplify it. Simplifying, I find out discriminant b square minus 4ac and solve it. I got it 2 a square plus b square minus 2ab. See, reaching over here, it should strike your mind कि यहाँ पे हमने multiply and divide by 2 करना है. If 4 is already there, so keep it 2 outside, multiply by 2. Now rearranging them, a square plus b square minus 2ab, b square plus c square minus 2bc, and a square plus c square minus 2ac. So d becomes sum of squares of three quantities and always positive. One more problem about the real roots is, if roots of px square plus 2qx plus r is equal to 0 and qx square minus 2 root pr x plus q is equal to 0 are simultaneously real, then a option we have, it is p equal to q and it is r not equal to 0. The b option is p upon q is equal to q upon r. The c option is 2q is equal to plus minus pr, and the d option is none of these. Now the same condition, real, then we come to nature of roots. Roots are real, then I take a d1 as discriminant of first equation. It is 4 q square minus 4 pr, and I just find out d2 over here. It is 4 pr minus 4 q square. Now since say d, if the roots are simultaneously real, matlab we have been given d1 greater than 0, d1 greater than equal to 0, and d2 here also it is, d2 is also greater than equal to 0. Now d1 is equal to what? Say d1 is taking out 4 common. 4 common, I got it what? Q square minus pr greater than 0. Now here also taking out 4 common, pr minus q square greater than 0. See it carefully. Here it is q square minus pr, it is pr minus q square. So what I'll do it, I'll multiply any one by negative. Multiply by minus 1, it will be what? 4 q square minus pr less than 0. See, this condition is given and we got from given condition. This is 1, this is 2. From 1 and 2, we conclude q square minus p square is positive as well as negative, which is not possible. So only condition left out for us is q square is equal to pr, or we'll say q upon, it comes out to be say r, it is p upon q. So when this condition has been given out, what will do it? We find out d1, we find out d2, and then from 1 and 2 we conclude q square minus pr can't be simultaneously greater than and less than 0. So, only sign is equal to, and we reaches up to right answer, that is B.